So today we will do the features of social system. Interdependence between different parts. Interdependence meaning dependent on each other. Different parts in the society are dependent on each other. Okay. In order to form a social system, combination of at least two social units are essential. So what they are trying to say that for any social system to exist, two units of these have to be connected. For example, family is there, marriage is there. If you do marriage, you will form a family. To form a family, you need to get married. So that this is something which is basic, right? So for any social for any social system to exist, two of its part or two of its units have to be connected to each other, have to be dependent on each other. Only after that we can say there is something called as social system. Family becomes a system of combination of social statuses of mother, father, husband, wife, brother, sister, etc. These social positions are dependent on each other. So now what they are saying, if you take family for example, every person in a family has a particular status, right? A person is a father or a mother or a brother or a sister or a grandfather or a grandmother. These are various status which each and every person holds in a family, and they play their role according to the status that they hold. And that is why there is a relationship between mother and father, there is relationship between husband and wife, brother and sister, etc. These social positions are dependent on each other. So these positions, what you hold in a family, what is your part in the family depends upon they are dependent on each other. Okay. This combination of social units in any institution or social group is an essential feature of social system. So what they are saying, that the fact that different units or different parts in a given social system are connected to each other is one of the most important feature of social system. In short, what they are trying to tell you is that in any social system, two or more units are connected to each other. Okay, and only if two units or two parts, unit is like part. Okay, if those two units or those two parts are connected, only then the social system can exist. Next is stability in social system. In order to fulfill human needs, system needs to be stable. Stable એટલે balanced. For the social system to exist, for fulfilling human needs. What are human needs? Sleep, food, sexual needs, family needs. So all these are needs. So for our human needs to get satisfied, to fulfill our human needs, we need to have a balance in the social system. We need to have a balance in the society that is around us. For example, each system forms its own identity and adapts to its situation. Now what they are saying is that each unit or each part of this social system, they adapt it changes itself according to situation. For example, if there is a father in the house, that person, when the person goes for the job, does not remain a father, becomes a manager, becomes a business person, or becomes a peon. You never know. Okay, so what they are saying, that our status, our social system, our position keeps changing according to the situation that is around us. Thus, in spite of change occurring in the system, the fundamental social system is sustained. So what they are saying, that even though the system changes, even though there are changes in the system happening, the main important part of the social system remains balanced, it remains unchanged. Next is change in social system. All social systems are changeable. Everything, every unit in the social system changes. But remember, the base of it or the foundation of the social system remains the same. It does not change. However, the units which are there in the social system keeps on changing. By remaining stable to an extent, so here they told you, right? They remain stable, they remain balanced up to certain point, but there are changes happening in them. Social system is a witness changes. In order to maintain itself, the system needs to adapt to the changes, which again results in changes. So what they are saying, for the system to survive, these systems need to change. For example, earlier there used to be joint family. Now that fact about joint family has changed, right? There is change happening. The foundation of it being the family remains unchanged. The fact that every person needs a family remains unchanged. But the fact that now there are nuclear family, there are joint family, there are single parent family, there are single mother family, single father family. So that keeps on changing. Changes keep happening according to situation, but the main thing remains unchanged. Okay. Now aspects of social system. So earlier we did the features, now we are going to do the different aspects of social system. Okay. Aspect of social system can be understood as follows. First is subgroup. Group no, एक मोटा group no part is called as subgroup. Any society has several groups and each group in a system is a system of social interaction. So every society has a group. You all also have your friend group, your school group, your college group, your tuition group, your family is a group, your marriage is a group. So in the society there are groups that happen. And why do these groups happen? Because of interactions that we have with these groups. With the school group also you will have an interaction, with your college group also you will have an interaction. So what they are trying to tell us is that every society has the group and every group goes through something called as social interaction, or interaction is what, talking to each other. So every group ma communication happens. Okay. Any subgroup having developed as a part of a main group is known as subgroup. तो एक मोटा group नो एक part होय is called as subgroup. For example, let us say कि your friend circle is there. Let's say your friend circle has 6 people. That is a group. Let's say you and Aisha, you both are best friends. So that is called as subgroup. એટલે group નો એટલે અંદર એક બીજો part છે which is called as subgroup. So every group માં भी there are parts that happen which are called as subgroups. Individual holds several positions in these subgroups which are based on social positions. So what they are trying to say is that every person in these groups, they hold certain positions, and these positions are, so what they are trying to say is that every group ma every person holds particular position. You might be something, let's say in your friend circle, one girl is the head, one girl is a leader, one girl is very quiet. So every person in a particular group holds a particular position in a group, and their role, their duties, how they are supposed to behave depends upon their position. The concept of group and subgroups are relative. The concept of subgroup is based on what system of interaction we refer to as a group. For example, if we consider India as a group, its states like Gujarat, Maharashtra, Punjab, etc. are called subgroup. If we consider Gujarat as a group, then its districts are subgroup. If we consider school as a group, then its students, teachers, administrative person, peons, etc. are subgroups. Thus, the members of the society hold different status in the subgroup, and each subgroup there is a hierarchy of different status. So what they are trying to say is that each and every group has a subgroup. Okay, and in that subgroup, the members who are a part of that subgroup, you hold certain position, and according to your position, your importance is seen. Okay, and you have to do certain duties, you have to behave in a certain way according to the position you hold. For example, here they have given you that let's say India is a group, so Gujarat, Maharashtra and all these will be subgroup. If we take Gujarat as a group, then Bhavnagar, Ahmedabad, Baroda will be subgroups. If you take school as a group, then teachers, peons, students, all are included in subgroup. So student behaves in a certain way, a teacher behaves in a certain way, a peon behaves in a certain way, a principal behaves in a certain way. Student and principal will not behave in the same way. The position of the principal is higher in a school, right? So according to your position, you are given certain duties, you are given certain roles, and according to that you behave. Okay. Next, they have spoken about his roles. An individual holds different status in a social system and performs according to his or her status or social roles. So, in society that we live in, there is certain position that we hold in that society, and we behave according to the position that we hold in the society. For example, right now, I am a teacher. Okay, that is my position in the society. So, what is my role? To teach my students, to give them best education, to make sure all my students pass. So that is my role. You are a student, your position in the society right now is a student. So how you are supposed to behave? Study well, stay disciplined, get good marks, complete your fair books, etc., etc. So every person in a given society has certain status, has certain position, and according to those position you perform different role, you perform different duties. A person can have multiple roles also. Let's say I get married and I have a child. So let's say when I come home I am a mother. When I go to school I am a teacher. So I have to behave according to the position I hold in a given time. Role is a behavior as the performance is known as a role. How you perform, how you behave, how you act is known as role, which also indicates an individual's duties. You are supposed to do this if you are this. If you are a teacher, you are supposed to dress up like this, you are supposed to speak like this, you are supposed to write on the board, etc. So you have the list of duties when you hold certain position in the given society. Role is a behavior aspect of status. So status is your position and how you behave is your role. Each individual plays a different role in different subgroups of the system. So what they are saying, in different subgroups you play different types of role. For example, a principal takes care of school management, teacher teaches the students learn, administrative person does the office work, peon serves. These functions are indicated as roles. So what they are saying is that a principal does the work in her office, teacher teaches, students learn, administrative એટલે clerk જે તમારા કશ્યપભાઈ બેઠા છે, he acts in a different way, peons act in a different way, so they act according to the position that they hold in the given society. I will continue in the next video.